Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, and I'm gonna be fast and loose and dangerous with paint. This paint is like so old that I should probably not even use it. Let's see if I can even show you, but it was beautiful colors when I put it in there. I think so. What I'm going to do is I'm going to combine two experiments, one with glop and one with the Meeden white acrylic that I have recently put on my Amazon link, which you can find under the link tree. I'm going to have to mix up some more of this, which usually sells like a son of a gun. I'm going to try and freshen up the paint in my container by squeezing in some Deco-Art Americana 24 karat gold and some Chrysocolla from Prism Pour from Color Art, and I think a little bit of the Purple Flash from Folk Art. And now I'm going to hope for the best. I could really put this in a funnel and I could be pretty happy with that if I had a funnel handy. And I had a funnel handy, but yes, I have a funnel handy. And if it really doesn't work out, I could always pull out the balloon. I haven't done a balloon roll or balloon. I don't know if I've ever done a balloon kiss. So I'm going to hit it really quick and get rid of those bubbles. I wasn't going to do this, but I am now. What else do I want in there? Anything? Kind of want some purple too. I should give this about 5 minutes to rest and see if what's in there is gonna. I'm gonna give this a little bit of a push away from the edges and right through the center. Now this is dangerous because the viscosity of what's in there and what I just added are quite different. I want something dark in those colors. I'm going to go for it. I think my dioxazine purple is not open, and also sounds like I need a whole bunch more of it. So I'm just going to use a little bit. I am hoping, against hope, that this turns into something. I can't get that back on right now. But I'm going to take my glop, and it is gloppy too. And I'm going to take my chances because I hate wasting paint, and this might be a huge mistake. This might be a video no one ever sees, but the colors are still pretty awesome. And I'm inclined to put a little more of the Meeden right in the top. Meeden Acrylic. Never heard of it before Gail Burston introduced me to it. So let's do that. This is going to be weird. That wasn't good. Let me just go make sure that nothing is spilling on the floor. I think I can wait. I'll pick up my 8 bottles of paint and hope that they don't get too funky. Take that and rest it on my Lolify silicone mat. Getting the cells I expected. Not that I don't get cells when I use the funnel pour anyway. I do. I'm going to grab a little scrape dish to pour off into. I might also want an edge catcher somewhere here. We went out the night before my birthday last night, and the bartender was altogether too kind. Wow, those are some cells. I wonder if we can keep them with my glop. Let's try. This Meeden paint for me is a whole new ball game as far as cells go. But I do see a whole bunch of things in there that should probably not be in there. And I'm not sure we're ever going to get any of them out. Let's take that one out. I could use a spoon and get them out easier. Let's just continue. So this was very risky behavior on my part. It's going to be kind of simple. It's kind of where everybody who's a beginner wants to start and get cells. And not everybody got them, but I think that this will enable almost everybody to get them. And all those people who are frustrated with doing blooms ought to be having a pretty good time with this too. I'm going to let that flow over to the edge. And down. I ought to just let it dry however it wants to, even with the lumps in, and see what happens, because the Floetrol supposedly flattens everything out, but I think that might be a challenge. Okay, so I've got paint coming off my canvas, and I'm going to use an OXO omelet turning flip and fold spatula available on my Amazon link. The only problem I have so far is I haven't learned how to avoid all the pale, all the white. But I think that will change as soon as I get my black Meeden paint. I'm hoping that that is the correct assumption on my part. Okay, so far so good. With the exception of a few lumps that I can see, and I'm not sure you can see them, but if I can grab them with tweezers, I'm going to pull them out. That is just a bubble, I think. It's a tenacious bubble. Well, I'll just torch again. Now, they're beautiful cells, no doubt. But for the longest time, I wasn't too worried about getting cells. So what I'm really thinking about at this moment is adding another color. And I'm sorry I didn't turn on the artificial light on the other side. I'm sort of tipping on the wrong side. I'm going to move that paint down. Oh, and a lump fell off. What a shame. I'm going to go back and take my residuals and use them right along that edge, trying not to dump my painting on the floor or wherever it wants to fall to. So I'm not going to say that using an edge catcher is super simple, but if you've got something to pour into or off of, you know, like a tub, you should be all set. You don't have to do what I'm doing. I do want to use some of the paint dripping down on my edges to make sure that I'm all covered. Stick my finger in the gaps, check my edges. Yeah, I got some more. I don't think a few plain purpley gray spots are going to hurt anything. And I am going to use whatever I've got wherever I can find it right there on that spot before I do what I'm planning on doing, is deciding on either black or gold or green and just adding a design to this. Although, looking at it, it might be a bad decision on my part because it's pretty nice. The cells are tremendous. I'd like to let it keep going up there. Maybe it'll take... Paint will flow to paint, so if I use paint that's left over from my turntable or my tile, it will also pull the nicer paint that I want to spread out. And I can also salvage that paint if I want to, or I could use it on my Lolafy silicone mat and make beautiful skins. You know, this looks like one of my first years, but it's awful pretty. It's kind of too pretty to mess with too much. Let's try the torch again. Tell you guys there's over 91,000 going on 91,700 subscribers. If you're new, please be welcomed. If you're finding me again after losing me for a long time, please be welcome back. I'm happy to have you here again. I like the copper in there, and the gold is beautiful. And I really didn't waste a whole lot of paint. And I have a little Mead right here on this corner, but other than that, I am dripping. I'm going to take my paint that's on my edge catcher, use it underneath the tile, and just shimmy it right down there. Remove the dog hair first. So, what to do? Do I grab some fire opal from Folk Art? Because I liked the way it looked in there. But I really wouldn't mind a little drama, a little more drama. And I don't think it needs a whole lot because that is gorgeous. That is even prettier than I expected. And I should be getting used to the fact that this Meeden stuff is pretty awesome. So I did a little copper. Let's do a little gold. Just a very light application. You could blow it around with a straw too. I really still want some black. I'm using a skewer with a paintball on the end, which changes up the way that it leaves a mark. Maybe the chrysocolla is a good idea. Let's see some of that. That is the prism pour from Color Art. I still want to use a straw. I do not know everything there is to know about this paint, and I have a vast thirst for understanding. I am going to continue on with my little playful additions because I love my purple flash. And every time I do another one, I learn new things. I don't want that to look normal. But I do find if I have a layer of this white underneath and I stick my skewer in there that I automatically get white coming to the surface. I keep trying to get myself not to add any black, but I really, really want some. And it's really important where it goes. This will tell me how I like it. I just want something that makes it more of a composition. So I learned some things. I think I need less of a paintball on another skewer, but I don't hate that. I kind of like it actually. Because as I would think, it is selling up somewhat. It'll probably do a little bit more of that also if I torch. So I don't think I need a whole lot more, and I keep saying that, and then I keep giving it more. I'm not sure I like the gold as much as I like the copper. So where'd I put the copper? There it is. The copper is actually not copper. The copper is the fire opal from Folk Art. I think I want a little bit of that right up here too. I don't actually presume to know what any color will do, being that this is a brand new to me brand. And I think what I want is actually some Anita's white metallic, because there isn't enough white in there. And I'm kind of thinking, one of the things that makes this great paint is the fact that metallics don't seem to sink, which I like, which means this may float on the surface. Yeah, I think that's what I wanted and what I needed. And then just to drag my skewer through it, make it a little more organic. So I wonder what a balloon roll would be like, but I don't want to find out right now. I am going to continue on my merry way with doing things that I probably should not. But I want to compose. And I have some time. And I like the drama. For some reason, I'm being called to a little bit of blue. I'm not sure that that's a good idea, but blue and purple do go together pretty nicely. I'm also not sure that I left one that... Oh, it's open. It must be a... it must be meant to be. Where, though? Let's see how that goes, because this is my Venetian blue, and it usually sinks. I'm really interested to find out at what point things begin to sell more. Oh, I think I just annihilated that. Well, I can't push the blue in and keep it because it sinks at that point. But up until then, I was fine. Maybe a little more. All right, I just put that straw down and I didn't put it in paint. Yay! I like waggling my breath back and forth when I use the straw so that I get a choppier line. And I am almost done. So I love you guys. Please check my Teespring clothing below the video for Oliver print leggings and Oliver print t-shirts. Or actually follow the link and you'll find all kinds of really cool stuff. I like that. I'm going to have to zoom in on that. I'm going to have to clean up my turntable. But I used my leftover paint and I experimented with the Meeden. So I killed 2 birds with 1 stone and I'm still learning. Those are a lot of cells. I got some cleanup to do. Let's see how well we can zoom in. Look at that. Now you probably didn't need to add, I didn't need to add any of the metallics. But I used my 17 minutes. And I have 2 minutes left to tell you guys. There is a monthly drawing every single month. I change out the exhibition video in the last 20 seconds of the on any video in the end screens. And you can see the prizes that come from being a contributor to help keep the studio rolling. I'm looking forward to doing a painting with red and black, but I'm really nervous about it and I don't know why. Oh, I see a spot I missed. Anyway, I'm going to get some of this right off my turntable, right onto that edge catcher. And where's my straw? There it is. Cool. A little spiral for Sally, let's say. Sally and I like spirals. And more people than just Sally. Alright, so what did I not tell you? Thank you very much for all the contributions that helped keep me painting all this time. Thank you for the wonderful comments that keep my morale boosted. Thank you for shopping my Amazon link below the link tree and buying my books because I can and Unlimited Possibilities. Volumes 1 and 2 are there. If you shop the Amazon link, it's at no added cost to you and it helps me out. If you're looking for tomorrow's video, you might find it on the community board on my YouTube channel. You can also find my store there. If you have questions for me, please feel free to ask them. I'll tell you what I know, and if I don't know it, I'll tell you that too. If you're interested in Facebook groups, I have Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students, and I do post tomorrow's video there whenever I get around to it, which is normally pretty often. I also have Pinterest, Instagram, and Twitter links on that link tree, as well as those Facebook groups. The others are Expressionist Art Studio Gallery, Totes, and more, where you can see the Shop Now button that'll take you to pixels.com and Find Out America, also found on the link tree, and Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors, where the albums are of the edited so far artworks that I have. Please like my videos. I really would love to have your thumbs up. When you share my videos, you help my standing and placement on YouTube. I really appreciate that too. And thank you for watching when the notifications come out. It's really, really, really helpful. Check for my over 1,800 videos on my YouTube playlists, organized into 18 lists of 100. Probably 1,900 coming soon, and by topic and genre. This is pretty sweet. It really does remind me of my first year stuff, but some of that was pretty charming. I'm not sure about that. I kind of think I want to break it up a little bit. It was just too much of a hard edge. So I love you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. And I will see you anon. This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery. Sure that I forgot to tell you something, but whatever it is, you'll hear it in another video. I post at 3:15 in the afternoon currently, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights at 10 p.m. also. Be good to yourselves. Be good to each other. Bye for now. Priscilla out.